took the projector to the research sector. He dedicated a whole area to it, so he knew it was important. Dimensional research. That's where we go next.
Dylan's a lost cause. I know I struggled to see this, but we contained him now. I wish I had sided with Marshall. Back when it was just one person. So many dead. I thought his youth was an asset. Just too much too soon. Effective immediately. I'm setting up a new department. Dimensional research in the research sector. Transferring the slide projector there. That's where my focus will be now. The ordinary site remains as is. We'll be back to... I don't know when.
Lucky Item Manifest. Bronze koi fish, China, attracts abundance and wealth, feng shui. Horseshoe, Ireland, wards off evil. Orientation important. Heels up allows luck to be kept. Heels down, luck flows outward. Maneki neko, Japan, beckoning cat used in shops. Paw held up to beckon customers, creating luck for the business owner. Four-leaf clover, Ireland, shamrock, rare plant variation, connections to druidic healing rituals. Elephant, China, protection, good luck, wisdom, feng shui. Light bulb, various, documented gambling rituals indicate luck is produced when all lights in the room are fumed on. Note: effects of items to be tested. Consider investigating the orientation of horseshoe. Also, consider positioning of feng shui objects. Proximity of luck items may influence luck readings. For more information on ritual use, lucky actions to perform and avoid, and relevance to OCD behavior, see File 9281672.
is under quarantine.
I wouldn't go in there without talking to Underhill first.
Even if you have, I still wouldn't go in.
Excuse me? Are you lost? Do you normally barge into people's private workspaces?
She clearly doesn't know who she's talking to.
Shouldn't you be in a safe room?
Why? Because of those hiss things the Rangers keep going on about. Haven't you people sorted that out yet? The situation down here could spell doom for the Bureau.
You mean this mold?
Correct. Perhaps you could help me. I require samples of various mold strains, and the mold has made the environment far too dangerous for me to fetch them myself.
Really? Mold samples? I thought this could spell doom.
It could, and it will, whoever you are. The mold is spreading. We need to find the source before it spreads too far.
And these samples will do that?
No. Samples of 5 unique strains, when blended properly, will allow you to travel deeper into the pit where I've pinpointed the approximate location of the source of the mold.
Okay. So what do these samples look like?
Similar to the one on my table there. I've made a list of the samples I need. Here. You'll find them throughout the threshold.
I'll take a look. My name's Jesse, by the way.
I'm sure it is.
Have you worked with Emily Pope?
Our paths have crossed. Darling arranged for us to have a coffee. A meeting of the minds, he called it. She's talented. I can certainly see her doing well here.
I feel like there's a but coming.
But she's drunk a bit too much of the Bureau's proverbial Kool-Aid. She shouldn't be afraid to forge ahead on her own. Science is skepticism. Everything must be questioned before the truth can emerge.
So is Darling your boss?
If you insist on clinging to such outdated hierarchies, then yes. However, I would argue that our fields are too dissimilar for one to manage the other. Of course, Darling would much prefer to find his own miracle solution to the Bureau's fungal frustrations. He always needs to be the hero.
So tell me again how you came to work at the Bureau?
Well, like I said, I was brought in as a special advisor. A temporary position, you see. Although that's not the whole truth. I was employed here for a time, straight out of university. After a decade of admittedly fascinating work in threshold research and regulation, I began to chafe under the bureaucracy. I needed a change. Not that academia was so different.
And then the mold happened.
About 4 months ago, yes. Since my departure from the Bureau, they hadn't been able to find my equal in threshold analysis. Darling and I had kept in touch over the years, meeting at conferences and the like. He called me, and I booked a flight. I've never been able to say no to a man with a dangerous alien biosphere. I had to leave my post in the middle of term, but so be it.
So she's a professor. That explains a lot.
The mold seems to be having some weird effects on things.
Indeed. Even people are susceptible. The fungus grows rapidly within the chest cavity, killing the host. Luckily, one must ingest the stalks to become infected.
Don't eat the mold. Okay.
We've always cremated the infected bodies after autopsy, but I believe there may be another stage of maturity. A blooming, if you will.
I never thought the word blooming would sound so horrible.
Thanks for the information.
My pleasure. Significant research has shown the positive effects of talking to plants. I wonder if they talk back in ways we cannot hear.
Hello, Raya. How is it going down there? Enjoying the mold so far? Settling back into Light at the old FBC? I also wanted to ask how your coffee with Emily went. She's a star on the rise. Incredible. incredibly bright, extremely intuitive, but I want to hear what you thought of her. I think you two could be very good on a project together, could learn a lot from each other. Let's get together and chat about it soon. Anyway, sorry for the interruption. I'm sure you can't think of anything besides the mold right now. You always were a woman of focus. I always admired that about you. Talk soon. Casper. Progress Report. Active Threshold Mold Research. Summary. So you want to know how my mold research is getting on, Casper? Here it is. Microscopic organisms, similar in appearance to redacted, construct the architecture of the mold. I do not understand if these redacted are the original disseminators of the mold or are bitten by some fungal infection. The mold is the most prolific and durable organism I have ever seen. I theorize there is a mold source located somewhere on our side of the threshold, rooted here to accelerate growth in our dimension. I refer to this yet unknown source as Mold 1. The mold produces an enticing aroma to encourage human consumption of itself. It propagates in the chest cavity and quickly subsumes the entire body, seizing control of motor functions. This behavior was not observed when I first arrived, which means the mold has adapted to our presence, targeting our biological imperatives as a way to spread. It is a truly ingenious little thing. A full report will be ready soon. Keep your slacks on. Alternative perspective. Re-thresholds utility research. Summary. Dr. Darling's recently penned essay titled Redacted contains some glaring omissions that I feel I must shine a light on. Firstly, the entire premise of the essay to that the Curie threshold is beneficial to the Bureau, where the mold is actively hostile, to use his words. We cannot determine the worth of these dimensions and their life forms using bureaucrabble definitions. Secondly, the mold is much more beneficial than some rock. If the redacted creating the mold were reconfigured in their purpose, the structures they could build would rival the greatest skyscrapers. The mold's resistance to various strains of disease we've attempted to introduce could be derived into redacted. Yes, admittedly, this application is more difficult than picking up a rock and glumming it to a wall, but I pause to wonder when the Bureau lost its eagerness for a challenge.
The light in here could be better. I should requisition another fluorescent.
It smells so sweet down here. Suddenly I'm really hungry. I wonder how this mold tastes.
Pink flamingo. Background. Agent noticed a transient commonly found outside the entrance of the Bureau headquarters would carry the item and loudly claim to be responsible for the lack of inclement weather. The frequency of these claims attracted the personal interest of Dr. Darling. In interviews disguised as casual conversations, the transient reported that the item gives me clouds when it's hot and sun when it's not. An event of note occurred during a heavy downpour when the vagrant was witnessed performing a possible ritual with the item. See file PA1372 for a detailed observation. Dr. Darling reported a wait of redacted seconds before the rain stopped. The vagrant was seized the next day. After redacted, he was found to possess no redacted and was released. The item remains in Bureau custody under suspicion of altered status, though this still has not been proven. All known variations of identification formulas have failed to excite a response from the item.
looks like a good one.
Bremen basket. Containment procedure. Item to be stored in a black rock paneled cell. Keep away from lab animals when not in use. Description: altered effect. A simple wicker basket with cloth lining. No food items inside. The item produces a hypnotic effect that solely affects non-human animals, forcing them to congregate passively around the object. Animals from every genus and species that have thus far been tested are susceptible. Single-cell organisms do not appear to react to the effect. Appendix 697. Item was taken to a forest upstate for besting. The results of the test provided contradicting data, as some of the attracted animals exhibited hyper-aggressive behavior. The exercise unfortunately resulted in redacted. Further testing should be restricted to more low-risk animal species, with medical staff on standby.
Gross. Underhill is gonna owe me for this. One of Underhill's samples.
Building shifts occur at random and without warning, but with the Bureau's cutting-edge technology, we can stabilize the oldest house. Safe employees are happy employees. Certain rituals allow agents to navigate the oldest house as well. But accidents do happen. Trapping agents inside the walls. I heard you got stuck in your room for 3 days, Topher. Too bad you didn't have your book with you. Or any food. And remember, kids, when you feel the floor deviate, it's already much too late.
This looks like a good one. That's all 5 samples. I should get these back to Underhill.
Get well balloon. Containment procedure. Item must be kept away from animals. The cell must be regularly cleaned of the black substance the item produces. All cleaning tools must be redacted, along with the black substance itself. Description/altered effect. Soon. Item is a novelty balloon made of silver mylar. On its face is a colorful message to Get Well, surrounded by cartoon hearts. A ribbon is attached to the balloon. Item has not stopped floating after a considerable amount of time in the Bureau, which suggests it does not hover through the use of helium. The item produces a dark-colored sticky substance that drips down its ribbon.
You look like a woman with mold for me.
I found L5, but I kind of wanted to eat them.
The mold has that effect on some people. Likely due to the fact it's not actually mold or even of this dimension. I suspect it is the result of two incompatible molecular structures, one dominant, coming into contact. I call it mold or fungus because it's closer in appearance and behavior than anything else we know. Except perhaps bacteria.
She reminds me of my old biology teacher.
Did you happen to meet any more members of my ranger detail?
I didn't see any rangers, just walking mold people. Unless...
Yes, if you found mold people, you found my rangers. I refer to the creatures as hosts. They, like other unwary agents, succumbed to the appetite. But that's nothing for you to worry about. The pill I'm about to make with these samples will make the lower level perfectly safe to traverse. It has the added benefit of immunizing you against the pit's toxic spores.
Feel like I should ask to see her credentials.
There. That didn't take too long now, did it? Ingest this pill, then go and find the source of the mold. Only there can we begin to understand how to stop it.
Take a mystery pill because a rude lady in a hazmat suit tells you to. Great idea, Jesse.
Ugh. Honestly, did you want me to wrap it in cheese?
Not the taste, the smell. It stinks in here now.
Good. That means the pill is working. The worse it smells, the safer you'll be. Now go. Find the source.
Thanks for the information.
My pleasure. I suppose there are benefits to an emergency. Fewer disruptions. More time to recover.
This must be the pit Underhill was talking about.
Game Hammer. Background. The Smiley Sisters Carnival traveled throughout the eastern United States during the 1950s. Beginning in 1956, young men in towns visited by the carnival became plagued by a strange form of leprosy originating in the hands and swiftly moving up the arm. As the death toll climbed, newspapers named the disease farmer's rot. Rumors began circulating that the carnival itself was to blame. In November of 1959, the townspeople of Reducted, Georgia took it upon themselves to raze the carnival to the ground, believing the entertainers to be servants of the devil. Bureau agents had been monitoring the carnival while investigating the odd disease. Posing as Reducted, agents confiscated all carnival property that survived the flames. At a field office, stray Reducteds were placed in rooms with individual pieces of the carnival equipment. The game hammer was identified as the cause of the disease. The remaining property was incinerated, along with the infected Reducteds. The carnival owners were told they had been carrying a dangerous pathogen in their equipment.
Ramsey, Ranger Captain, note 7.25. Underhill sent us down this weird-ass threshold looking for whatever's making all these vegetables sprout. I will say this, it smells delicious.
Get Well Balloon. Background. The item was used in the children's ward of a local hospital in Redacted. Witnesses do not recall where the balloon came from. Therapy dogs, part of a program called Redacted, meant to comfort the sick children, were noticeably attracted to the item. They reportedly jumped at the item, licking it when they could. The children claimed the dogs began walking through the halls of the hospital at night, howling in a low pitch. One child described the sound as singing. A few days later, the dogs were all discovered dead, a dark substance leaking from their Redacted. The hospital staff called local authorities, who called the CDC. Bureau agents intercepted this call and arrived at the scene within Redacted hours. The item was taken for evaluation, along with the remains of the dogs.
Oh, God. The further I go, the worse it smells.
Bremen basket. Background. The item came to the Bureau's attention through several news reports in which a family was harassed by animals during a picnic in the Redacted National Park. The family fled the scene with the basket. Witnesses report seeing the family chased by the following species of animal: Redacted, Redacted, Redacted. The family eventually abandoned the basket, at which point the animals remained with it for an unknown length of time. Agents acquired the item from the park's lost and found offices.
Ramsey, Ranger Captain, note 7.28. 6, 7, whatever. Still in the threshold. Oh, he's straight up eating the vegetables now, because, well, why not? Mom said, eat your vegetables. Eat too many and your skin'll turn green. Green like Ollie's. Hey, Ollie, what'd you find out?
Is that the source? It's kind of pretty. This place.
Oh, so good. Oh, need more.
You've returned, I see. And you're not sprouting mold from your eyes. I take it that means my pill worked. Now tell me everything. Did you find the source? You did, didn't you?
I found a big, angry plant. Like, gigantic. I killed it.
You killed it! You found the source and you killed it! I could have learned so much from a live specimen.
Her concern is touching. Really, it's too much.
Here, I brought you a sample.
A piece of the innermost mold. You're not such a lost cause after all. Strange. So different, even superficially. Another stage of growth, perhaps.
Please, no more stages.
You'll be pleased to know that cutting down the creature at the source has already resulted in a notable cessation of the mold's rapid growth. You've bought me time for further study.
So what now?
I'm glad you asked. While you were busy in the pit, a number of mold hosts were sighted beyond the threshold. They managed to sneak out without the rangers noticing. There's a reason I didn't send Steve and Andy to find the mold source with the others. These vagrant hosts must be eradicated as soon as possible. The mold can still be spread by their overgrown bodies.
Any idea where they went?
The hosts I've observed are not a sprightly bunch. Here are the reports I've received. They'll help you find them.
I'll go take care of them.
Good. And do be quick about it.
There's a nice way to say that.
Thanks for the information.
My pleasure.
I'm averse to using objects of power. I don't want to lean on things I ultimately can't trust. But the ashtray and the cigarette, smoking there forever, have their uses. The ashtray maze they conjure is an impossibly changing labyrinth that no one but the binder, and those the binder invites, can ever pass through. The things we hid in dimensional research, the things Darling studies, the danger and the risk involved, call for every measure of security and protection I could bring to the table. The maze, hands down, is our strongest lock. I gave Darling and his chosen crew license to pass through the maze. Lately, I've started to think I should revoke that license.
Contact janitor if you need to get through.
Broken? How many dead ends can this place have? We need to find Ati.
You're listening to America Overnight, broadcasting the truth no matter the consequence for 29 years and counting. Thank you for staying up with us. We've received an interesting letter here at the program. If you'll humor me, I'd like to read it. Dear America Overnight, I can feel myself becoming gigantic. It's constant. A growth in all directions, in each cell. Only when I measure myself, it says I'm the same height. I weigh the same weight. I've read that the universe is expanding. If that's the case, then 5'3" is taller than what 5'3" was yesterday. I feel it all the time. This expanding. I always have. I don't know why. Sometimes it's all I can do just to ignore it. People write about the universe expanding like it's happening slowly, but it's not. We were the size of mice yesterday. Now mice are the size of us, and we are the size that mice will be in 2 days. How long can this go on for? There must be an end, right? A limit? An edge? What happens when we reach it? Does anyone else feel this? Can anything be done? And that's signed Kate from Michigan. Well, how about it, America? Have you felt the universe expanding? Do you know how to stop it? Should we even try? America Overnight will be right back.
The Oscillator. Note, per Archival Meridates 8.A, this document has been edited to meet current administrative standards. Certain terminology may be out of date. Containment procedure. Water placed on the item prevents from exercising its thaumaturgical force, contained in possessed object gallery. Description: altered effect. An electric standing fan with protective grille. The item in question robed the immediate vicinity of all oxygen. The range seems to be variable. Background: while on assignment in Korea, foreign investigator Reducted learned of odd fatalities in the area. Reducted visited the site of the most recent death. Superstitious locals blamed the electric fan. Reducted seized the fan and placed it in a small room with a Reducted. The Reducted suffocated. The investigator booked 2 cabins on the SS Reducted, one for the fan and one for himself.
I should find the others. There's no Ahti. Where is he?
Now this boy left, said the son of Annikki Tähti. My assistant will keep work in the glove and the house standing. Lomille lomps, holiday humps.
How can anyone even get out of here while the building's sealed? Let alone go on a holiday.
Re the furnace. Why aren't we allowed to burn outdated paperwork in it? Seems like a waste of a perfectly good fire. I'm just trying to save you a few bucks and a lot of sweat. Usually people in suits appreciate that, right? What is the furnace even heating? And who's in charge of it anyway? It's always on, but I never see anyone tending to it. And the noise it makes, isn't it a little, I don't know, off? I mean, I can't be the only one who hears that weird wheezing or whatever it is. Someone should take a look at that thing. Might be time for a replacement.
Illalla tuuli heikkenee. Kutuista hyvä näkyvyys. Suomenlahden länsiosa etelän ja lounaan välistä tuulta 5–12, ajoittain noin 14 metriä sekunnissa. Hyvä näkyvyys. Selkämeren eteläosa 6–10 metriä sekunnissa. Yöllä tuuli väliaikaisesti tyyntyy. Hyvä näkyvyys. Selkämeren pohjoisosa, merenkurkku ja perämeri suunnaltaan vaihtelevaa tuulta 3–10. Hyvä näkyvyys. Säärannikkoasemilla tänään kello 11. Tyyntä, kutua, näkyvyys yli 20 kilometriä. Kalvoidakron 15, selkeää yli 20. Helsinki Katajoluoto 18, Eteläkankku 4, yli 20. Okassään 17, Kaakko 3, melkein selkeää, yli 20. 18, tyyntä, pilvistä.
Albany. Event summary. A response team was dispatched to a possible AWE in progress at Redacted, Albany. At the scene, the team encountered and retrieved AIL-63. Event response. The Bureau had discovered numerous online message boards regarding loud noises coming from an abandoned shipping warehouse belonging to the Redacted Corporation. local law enforcement had discovered numerous bodies in various states of mutilation in the vicinity. This, along with the noises, were considered to be evidence of a werewolf, due to the fact that they only occurred on the last 3 full moons. Field Agent Redacted accompanied a squad of ranger trainees to the site as a form of field training. The likelihood of a genuine AWE was considered low. Despite this evaluation, the team encountered a highly volatile altered item, which they successfully retrieved. Albany. Details. Upon arrival, the squad broke into the warehouse and discovered boxes of undelivered merchandise abandoned by the previous owner of the warehouse. As they investigated the noise, Reducted along the south side of the building caused it to collapse inward. Wooden crates and accelerated physical Reducted from Reducted rendered Field Agent Reducted and 2 of the trainees unconscious. The others escaped the warehouse before it collapsed entirely. In the rubble, they found A163 at the origin of the Reducted, attracting and repelling debris. They stood guard around the item until the moon set, at which point the altered effect ceased. They returned the item to the Bureau without further incident. No fatalities occurred. The collapse of the warehouse was not witnessed by civilians, and thus no re-informing by the communications department was required.
etsii tietä valon, luokse armaan ainiaan. Yksin sankar yön syvemmälle matkaa pois. Se taakka hänen harteillaan kuin lupaus aina ois. Täs pelissä tää narri lyödään maan aina vaan hetki kuolos lepo suodaan jo takas kutsutaan. Aika särkyy ikuisuuteen, laukaus kajahtaa. Ei onnellista loppua hän kohtaa milloinkaan. Niin monta kertaa kerrottu tää tarina jo on. Sankarilla 1000 kasvoa polku.
There's something up ahead. Do you see it?
Holiday Memories Tree. Supplementary materials. Excerpt from Altered Speech of AL-14 by Dr. Theodore Ash. The results are incredible, but more so the speed of discovery this allows us. AL-14 copies our speech, but after numerous tests, we've discovered that certain words are missing from its vocabulary. We began isolating these words, cross-referencing them with esoteric texts from the early days of the Bureau. We found that these words, when arranged in particular formations and spoken at varying speeds and cadences, elicit a reaction from altered materials. We tested this specific string of words, a formula, if you will, on the other altered items kept in the examination hall. Varying physical responses were recorded with each one, with an 82% success rate. We've proven that words can tangibly affect these items. Specific applications must be explored, possibly for containment or identification purposes. This will drastically change our approach moving forward. And to think, there are still more words to be found.
Kestänyt ruottalaisen velikset kunnon löylyin. Samma på svenska! Hey, girl. For a fin. Holidays home. Did you miss me? Did you have peace in your song? Yes. No. Bark don't make a wound. You did good. Take my cassette player. You can borrow it. The song is a present from my friends to you. It will get you through the maze so you can do your job.